I'm finding myself really emulating fire signs. The Aries mood today. I'm speaking way too fast. My brain's moving too fast for my goddamn body. Hello, my name is Allie Merrell, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this look, which is an Aries inspired everyday makeup tutorial. So as you can see, I kind of went for like warm tones and warm bronze tones on the eyes and the lips. I also went for a pretty simple like face makeup. So for an Aries, you can look like you put effort into it, but then also it's pretty quick and pretty easy to do. And it looks pretty glam too, which I like. So if you're within like March 21st to like April 19th or 20th, then that makes you an Aries. Your strengths are apparently courageous, determined, enthusiastic, taking on leadership roles. When I think of Aries, I think fast and effort and pioneer, which is apparently the word for Aries. There are a lot of pretty big, intense Aries celebrities like Liza Koshy, Logan Paul are both Aries. So is Robert Downey Jr., Lady Gaga. Apparently Van Gogh was also an Aries. So people who tend to, you know, be kind of innovators in their field, but also like really hard workers, really intense, very fast. So if you want to see me do this Aries inspired look, then keep on watching. Alright, let's get into it. I'm gonna take my Maybelline Master Prime primer and I'm just gonna pop this on my eyes just to get everything ready. I'm gonna go into my Morphe X James Charles palette and I'm gonna take this shade and this shade, just like the oranges, on a really soft blending brush. And I'm just gonna put those up on like my brow bone and crease area. And I'm just pulling it in through my outer corner just a little bit. I'm focusing it mostly on the outer corner. On my LUXIE 209 brush, I'm gonna go into these two colors and maybe bring in a little bit of this brown, and I'm just gonna put it in my outer corner. And I'm just kind of making it like a V shape on my outer corner. Just really focusing that on like the outer half in a V shape so that I get it kind of in my crease. Now I'm going to bring in some of these brown shades and just kind of deepen up that outer corner. And just kind of blend it into the red shades. Now I just put a bit of the orange and a bit of the red on a blending brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend those shades out. Really get it looking like a soft transition up here. Now I'm gonna go into my Make My Own Colourpop palette. I have this shade called Sidetracked right here. I'm just gonna take that on my finger and just put it where I don't have shadow. I'm just kind of using it as like a base for the glitter that I'm gonna be using, just so that I have a little something underneath it. I'm gonna take my NYX Glitter Primer and I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on my finger and then kind of spread it all over my eyes. I'm just gonna do one eye at a time with the glue, just a few dots. And then I'm patting it in. Then before that dries, I'm just gonna take my Inc.Redible eye pigment. This is in the shade Just Do You. It's like a super, super pretty coppery color. So I'm just gonna take this and pat it on where I put that glue. I have used this eyeshadow without glitter glue, but I find that I get less fallout throughout the day if I do use glitter glue. I wanted to go for like fiery and coppery tones for Aries, because of course Aries are fire sign. I also want to make my eye look put together. That's why I'm using the glitter. Then I'm using like a few shades on my outer corner that kind of blend really nicely together and look kind of out of someone's comfort zone color palette, very fiery and a bit not the normal color palette that you would use on a day-to-day basis. So I'm gonna go a little bit more relaxed on the rest of my makeup. So I'm gonna take my Glossier Stretch Concealer in the shade G10, and I'm just gonna put this on any spot that I might have and just pat it in. I'm gonna put it under my eyes, right here on my nose, right here where I might have some darkness around my lips. I'm gonna take my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade Transparent on a Real Technique setting brush, and I'm just gonna set my under eyes and around my nose and mouth. Then I'm going to take my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Dim Light. I'm going to kind of use this as like a foundation, but more to just kind of like give myself a powder base to put other powders on top of. So I'm just putting this powder pretty much everywhere. Okay, now I'm gonna finish up my eyes. So on like a flat, fluffy brush, I'm just gonna take a bit of this red and a bit of this brown just to kind of darken it up a little bit. And I'm gonna put this super, super close to the waterline right on my lower lashes. And I'm just gonna put it through to about halfway. And then I'm gonna take that orange and brown mixture that I used for my crease and just blend it out. And I'm gonna use my finger a little bit too. Now I'm going to take my handy dandy Stila Stay All Day eyeliner. I'm just going to put on a subtle wing. I'm just going to go with a pretty small flick. And then I'm just going to pull it in to about halfway so that I can keep the inner corner really, really bright and not super lined. So I am just using my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I actually wouldn't use false lashes with this look, just because false lashes kind of take a while, and I don't really see an Aries doing something that takes a while, but that's just me. On my LUXIE 512 small contouring brush, I'm just going to take some Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is my favorite bronzer lately. And I'm just going to take that underneath my cheekbones and bring it up. If you're sensitive to smells, I maybe wouldn't use this, but I love the smell of this bronzer. It smells like sunscreen and like summer. It's great. I love it. If you don't know a lot about like star signs, Aries is like the first sign in the zodiac. Aries are fire signs, which means that they are physically intense rather than like emotionally intense or like grounded intense. Aries are also often seen as like pioneers, like that's their word, because they're a cardinal sign, which where you sit within the zodiac depends. If you're cardinal or fixed, I don't know. I don't know much about it, but I do know that cardinal signs tend to be more like go-getters and like initiators, so I just put some of that bronzer right in the like contour parts of my nose, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on top of my nose too and bring a bit across my forehead. But in my experience with Aries, my word that I would use for them is fast. Just fast people. I tend to find, because they're go-getters, because they want to go, they're more willing to go out of their comfort zone, to try new things and do things the most efficient way. So that's kind of why I'm going for like a really nice eye look, but then a quicker skin look, because I want my makeup to look like someone who would be a leader or like be a pioneer, but then also be doable in a short amount of time. So I'm going for like my quick face makeup with a bit more exciting eye look. I'm going to use my flower blush in the shade Peach Primrose. So I'm just going to take that on a Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm just going to put that like right on my cheekbones, kind of like up here a little bit, and then just on the apples of my cheeks. And then I'm going to bring it kind of up along my temples, and then I'm going to put a little bit on the very, very tip of my nose. Then I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter in the shade Hustler Baby. And I'm going to take my Anastasia highlighting brush and just pop that right on my cheekbones, on the bridge of my nose, and then kind of along the tip of my nose too. And I'm going to kind of bring it around a little bit, around like my eye socket. Then on a LUXIE 245 small shader brush, I'm going to go back into my highlight, and I'm going to highlight my inner corner really quickly. I'm kind of pulling it out a little bit just to brighten it up a little bit more, just blending it in with that glitter. Okay, now I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to be using my Glossier Boy Brow in the shade Brown. Literally just using this brow gel because that's what I tend to do on a quick day when I don't want to like do too much, or if I'm just kind of running out the door. And I'm kind of pushing a bit of the tint into the hairs a little bit more just by kind of like pushing my brush in. Now I'm going to go back into my highlighter on that tiny brush. I'm just going to put that just underneath my brow bone and join it up with that highlighter from earlier. Alright, and that is the face and brows and eyes all done. So I'm gonna take my Lime Crime liquid lipstick in the shade Pumpkin. It's like a warm, reddy brown kind of color. It's really, really pretty. So this one makes me think of Aries because it's warm and deep. And I tend to find that if I have like a basic face makeup look, putting on a liquid lipstick kind of makes it look a little bit more oomphy. So I'm just gonna put that on pretty normally. I'm not gonna overline too much. So I'm not going to put on any lip gloss or anything because I want these to be pretty matte, but that is the finished Aries inspired look. As you can see, I went for more warm browns, warm oranges, warm reds to kind of go for like the fiery kind of aspect. I wanted to go for kind of quicker but still really glam, so it's still pretty everyday and easy to do, effort and fast, which I think is very much the Aries mood. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell button so that you get notifications whenever I post. I'm going to be doing a Taurus look next, so make sure you look out for that because it is Taurus season. And I will also be doing every single astrology sign until we run out of them. All of the makeup products that I used are in the description, and so are all my social media accounts, so make sure you follow me on those as well. But thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.